How are you doing this morning, church? Welcome to Church Online. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling good. Come on, we're going to worship God this morning. And Nat's going to kick us off in worship. So wherever you are, get ready. Get your coffee. Get your slippers on. Get ready to worship wherever you are. If you're in your living room or your kitchen or watching on your phone, take this chance, take this opportunity. Even if you don't want to stand up and sing, take this opportunity just to worship God and thank God for all that He's done for us over this last week. Amen. Come on.
Sing, church. I'll raise a hallelujah in the presence of my enemy. I'll raise a hallelujah louder than the unbelief.
forget the wonder of how you brought deliverance, the exodus of my heart. You found me, you freed me, held back the waters for my release. Oh Yahweh, you're the God who fights for me, Lord of every victory. Hallelujah, hallelujah. You have torn apart the sea, you have led me through the deep. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, oh, oh. Cloud by day, the sign that you are with me. The fire by night, the God and light to my feet. 'Cause you found me, you freed me, held back the waters for my release. Oh Yahweh, come on, we sing you the God. You're the God who fights for me, Lord of every victory. Hallelujah, hallelujah. You have torn apart the sea, you have led me through the deep. Hallelujah, hallelujah. 'Cause you're the God who fights for me, Lord of every victory. Hallelujah, hallelujah. You have torn apart the sea, you have led me through the deep. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Come on, church, we believe in a great God, an almighty God who will step into our circumstance and rescue us. Come on, we sing, you stepped. You stepped into my Egypt. You took me by the hand. You marched me out in freedom into the promised land. Now I will not forget you, I'll sing of all you've done. Swallowed up forever in the fury of your love. 'Cause you stepped into my Egypt, you took me by the hand. You marched me out in freedom into the promised land. Now I will not forget you, God. I'll sing of all you've done. Death is swallowed up forever in the fury of your love. You're the God who fights for me, Lord of every victory. Hallelujah, hallelujah. You have torn apart the sea, you have led me through the deep. Hallelujah, hallelujah. You're the God who fights for me, Lord of every victory. Hallelujah. undone by who you are. My desire is to know you deeper. Lord, I will open up again, throw my fear into the wind. I'm desperate for a touch of all I want is to live within your love, be undone by who you are. My desire is to know you deeper. Lord, I will open up again, throw my fear into the wind. I am desperate for a touch of heaven. Oh, 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 oh. I open up my heart to you. Open up my heart to you now. Do what only you can. Jesus, have your way in me now. Have your way. Have your way. Come on, church, just start to worship out. Oh, have your way. Oh, have your way. 'Cause you're the God who fights for me, Lord of every victory. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You have torn apart the sea, you have led me through the deep. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come on, declare it now. You're the God who fights for me, Lord of every victory. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You have torn apart the sea, you have led me through the deep. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh.
Good morning, welcome to church. How are we all doing? Don't even know how many times we've been doing this for, but you've got me this morning, you've had my brother, you've had my mum, you've had my dad, now you've got me, the middle child. You might get Grace some week, who knows? We just want to say we're missing you all. I mean, Hope is probably going to walk by the time we next see her. Dustin, oh my word, like such a little boy. And Jessica, I mean, she's probably going to be at uni. Yeah, we miss you all and we hope it's not too long before we're all together again. But yeah, I'm just going to speak maybe for the next 20 minutes or so. Got Callum working upstairs. You might hear metros. The room I'm recording in is absolutely boiling, so the windows are flung wide open and I'm absolutely sweating. I can't even pretend I'm not. But hey, real life, isn't it? I am recording this on Thursday. I've got a day off work. Today is my mum's birthday, so wish her some birthday love. Happy birthday. She's 58. Look pretty good for her age. Like, yeah, so we hope you're doing well. Who's had a haircut yet? I'm booked in on Sunday, so after I've watched this, I'll pretty much be getting my hair done. But I mean, the little things, isn't it, life that we miss? Currently got some fake nails on, which were maybe £1, usually pay about 30, but real life, this is what happens during lockdown. But yeah, I am actually going to preach this morning. I'm not just going to talk and tell stories. So my title is What If 2020 is the year we've been waiting for? I've got a subtitle taken notes off my dad. It's What If 2020 is that blessing in disguise? Kind of following on a little bit from what we were speaking on in Heart and Souls about blessings in disguise during lockdown. When I was scrolling through Instagram a few weeks ago, I came across this quote and I absolutely loved it. And it says this, what if 2020 is the year we've been waiting for? A year so uncomfortable, so painful, so scary, so raw, and it finally forces us to grow. A year that screams so loud, finally awakening us from our ignorant slumber. A year we finally accept the need for change, declare change, work for change, become the change. A year we finally band together instead of pushing each other further apart. 2020 isn't cancelled, but rather the most important year of them all. I mean, I don't know how your 2020 is going so far, but it's sure not the year we had planned. So I'm going to move on to 2 Corinthians 12:9. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on us. You know, right now, we may be feeling weak, you may be feeling weak, but God says, lean on me, find strength in me. So guys, how's your 2020 going so far? For me, it was pretty much Christmas, and then me and Callum went to New York for a week, and then the week we flew back, went into lockdown. That pretty much sums up my year so far. But you know what, maybe 2020 is a year to become uncomfortable, a year to be pushed out of your normal boundaries. I know as a church, we're going to appreciate being together so much more. We'll appreciate worshipping together. We'll appreciate our pastors. We'll appreciate those stressful Sunday mornings. Who misses those stressful Sunday mornings? But you know why, whilst I talk about them, I just want to say thank you to the worship, to Dan, to Nat. Thank you, our pastors. Thank you to production. You know what, this isn't easy, but it's certainly becoming the new normal. I've been doing it for quite a few weeks now. You know, on a Sunday morning, we used to gather, the room was maybe too cold, the room was maybe too hot, but I miss those. And then we would get there, we wouldn't be able to find our equipment some weeks, we wouldn't be able to find any chairs. Who misses those? You know what? I'm gonna go to point number 1. Everyone say number 1. And I hope, I just want to say, I hope you're all taking notes. It's just something to look back on, and it's what you would do in church, isn't it? Number 1 is let this year be a year of change. Subtitle, there's a season for everything. And Ecclesiastes 3:2-8 says, there's a right time for everything. It says, a right time for birth and a right time for death. A right time to plant and another to reap. A right time to kill and another to heal. A right time to destroy and another to construct. A right time to cry and another to laugh. A right time to lament and another to cheer. A right time to make love and another to abstain. A right time to embrace and another to part. A right time to search and another to count your losses. A right time to hold on and another to let go. A right time to rip out and another to mend. A right time to shut up and another to speak. I think I need to work on that one a little bit more. I think my husband would agree. A right time to love and another to hate. A right time to wage war and another to make peace. I just want to say, what season are you in your life right now? We want to make the most of it, don't we? We used to sing a song in church called Great Is Your Faithfulness, and it says, there'll be a season for joy and weeping, In everything, our God is faithful. His arms are open. I will come running. Now and always, our God is faithful. You know, God's arms are wide open for you. He's saying, come to me, run to me. He's waiting for you. God is always faithful, now and always. You know, whatever you're in, whatever season you're in right now, make the most of it. We've had good seasons, we've had bad seasons, but you know what? God remains faithful throughout. In whatever season, God is faithful. You know, we may be coming out of a pretty rubbish season right now, this lockdown, but God remained faithful through it all. He's give you your health, He's give you your family, He's give you your friends. And if we're worried about what we're going into, you know, stuff's opening up and you may be feeling fearful, that's completely normal, but God's just waiting for you to run to Him. He wants you to run to His arms. Number 2, everyone say number 2 in the comments. Number 2 says, be present in the now, whatever that now might be. You know, enjoy the season that we're in, because we might never get it back. We've never been through it. We might never go through it again. Hopefully not. But just enjoy it. Who would have thought that this time last year we wouldn't be able to meet as a church? There'd be no Sunday morning church. We'd be meeting in our living rooms. Who would have thought that? Who thought we wouldn't be able to hang out with our friends, go for meals? It's crazy. Who wouldn't thought we'd be able to hug? And for me, who would have thought I wouldn't be able to babysit? Thankfully, stuff is starting to come back to normal. You know, when I was thinking, there's always got to be a preacher of Caleb and Faith, doesn't there? My gorgeous niece and nephew. And they're always looking for the next thing. So you can give them a treat, just every 10 minutes when I've got them. And they have a treat, but they're wanting the next treat. They're wanting something else. And are we always asking God, what's next? We're always looking for the next best thing. I know I am so capable of that. You know, when we flew back from New York, on the plane I was already planning our next trip to New York. I hadn't even left America yet. Side note, I don't think my husband will fly with me ever again. I was a nightmare. I had rescue remedy, had sleeping tablets. Anyone else scared of flying? Pass the tips my way. But yeah, in this season, what can you make the most of? I've spent more time with my husband than ever. We haven't killed each other. Well, he hasn't killed me. He's no bother. He's easy. Hasn't killed me. We've still got another 3 months or so of it. Both working from home. I've gone for walks with Becky on a regular basis. Who would have thought that? Me and Becky going for a walk. Usually coffee and cake any day. You know, I think we appreciate time with our family and friends. It's so limited at the minute. And I'm thankful for my job. I'm thankful that I've been able to work throughout all of this COVID. You know, and I'm thankful I'm able to work from home. Some people that's not been possible. I'm just being thankful for the little things. And I'm very thankful not to get the metro every day. I was supposed to say at the beginning of this that obviously the window's open because it's boiling hot and you might hear the metros go past. We literally live on a metro line. Our garden, then a metro line, so you can sometimes see the people. Grace waves to them. If Caleb and Faith come, they think it's amazing. Stand at the bottom of the garden waving. But yeah, that was just a side note. You know what? God wants you to know that He loves you as He finds you. In every season, God is faithful. This is my last point. Say point number 3. How work out if I was actually holding for you, but I am. It says, don't let 2020 rob you of your faith and your praise. Let this be a year of extravagant praise. You know, extravagant means exceeding. And I know for sure that I'm an extravagant worshipper. I know when I worship, I give it my all. kind of no matter what we're going through, I can give it my all. I can remember at my grand's funeral, we were singing "Oh Praise the Name," and never been in worship like it. Like, obviously we were a broken, hurt family, but we were praising with everything that we had. We were singing "Oh Praise the Name of the Lord our God." Remember Dan was leading worship, and we just give it our all, you know, no matter what season you're in. God deserves the best praise, the best worship. You know, you need to be singing with your head held high. You know, when we're in church, we could be singing songs, and they're not just lyrics. They're songs with meanings, and you know, this is how I fight my battles. How do you sing that? Do you sing it with your head held high, your hands held high in worship, or do you sing it with your head held down, like you don't really mean it? And you know what? This season that we're in, I hope when we're worshipping that you're worshipping still, you're giving it all. I know the first few weeks of lockdown, sometimes a bit awkward. I mean, I watch it with my family, and we're like, my mum would be singing really loud still, she'd be giving it everything, and you know, that's what we should be like. We should be participating, not just spectating. We should be taking notes when whoever it is bringing the word. We should be worshipping, we should be giving it our all, even though we're not meeting as a physical church. This is a church for now. And it says in Psalms 95, 1-6, it says, "Come, let's shout praises to God. Raise the roof for the rock who saved us. Let's march into his presence singing praises, lifting the rafters with our hymn." And why? Because God is the best. High King over all God. In one hand he holds deep caves and caverns. In the other hand, gasped to high mountains. He made ocean, he owns it. His hands sculpted earth. So come, let us worship. Bow before him, on your knees before God, who made us. You know what? We want to be lifting the rafters. We want to raise that roof when we are singing. Remember in church, when we used to sing worship here, my babies used to be able to hear my mum and then Lizzie harmonising alongside her. But you know what? It's so you'd so much rather have someone extravagant praise, extravagant worship than just not really caring, not just singing it like they don't mean it. You know what? There's so many amazing worship albums out right now, but one especially which I have been listening to over and over, and especially the song I'm going to talk about in a minute. The album's Elevation. It's called Graves into Gardens. We've sang the songs a few times. We've sang Rattle. How cool is that song? This is the sound of dry bones rattling. And we've sang Graves into Gardens. And how amazing our worship team at the minute. I know it's not what we wanted, but Dan and Nat are doing an amazing job. Give them some love in the comments. You know what? We need to raise the roof when we sing, but especially one of the songs I'm listening to right now, it's called Available. And it says, just these lyrics, it says, "I hear you call, I am available. I say, yes Lord, I am available." And the bridge says, here I am, you can have it all, you can have it all. Here I am, you can have it all, you can have it all. You know, we need to mean lyrics that we're singing. Do we really mean you can have it all, God? Do we really mean that in every circumstance you can have it all, you can have all of me? You know, no matter where we're called to, God, you can have it all. No matter what season we're in, God, you can have it all. Even when you've lost your job and you're struggling to find another one, God, you can have it all. Your health isn't the best, it's deteriorating, but you know what? God, you can have it all. Might be feeling lonely, I know this season, so many people have been on their own, but you know what? God, you can have it all, you can still have it all. Might be feeling exhausted, and I know this season for a lot of people has been exhausting, gone through so many emotions, but God, you can have it all. Do I really mean that? The God, here I am, you can send me. I don't mind where that may be, but you can have it all, God. You know what, we're singing another one, and this one is really, it's a declaration. It's called The Blessing. And I think when this first came out, it was played everywhere. No matter what you switched on, Christian TV, it was playing. No matter what service you watch on a Sunday morning, it will be on. But hey, how good is it that we've got all these resources available? This is just a sidetrack. You know what, I can watch our church on a morning, and then we've got Elevation, we've got Pastor Stephen Furtick, and then we've got Pastor Collins. I think like that really is a blessing in disguise. I think some of us might feel closer to God than ever before because we've got our hands on all this stuff. But anyway, yeah, getting back to the blessing. I'm just going to finish in a minute. You know what, this song is truly a declaration. It says, may his favour be upon you in 1,000 generations, in your family, in your children, in their children, in their children. May his presence go before you and behind you and beside you, all around you and within you. He is with you. He is with you. In the morning, in the evening, in your coming and your going, in your weeping and rejoicing. He is for you. He is for you. You know what? God's for you, and no matter what you're going through, you know what? As this song says, He's behind you, He's beside you, He's around you, and He is within you. God is for you, you know. You just need to accept that. I think sometimes it's hard to accept that when you're going through all these emotions, all these feelings, you're thinking, is God really for me? But yeah, He is. He is for you. He is for you. You know, as we go into this week, we may be fearful of some stuff, and we may be feeling some uncertainty, but God has got you. He is for you. He loves you so much, no matter what season you're in. Why don't we make this our stance, maybe, is that we're going to make the most of the rest of 2020. We're going to make the most of the season that we're in, because like I said before, we are never going to get it back, and we need to just be so thankful. And as I'm coming to close, why don't we just pray this morning? God, just thank you for this morning. I just thank you, God, that you do love us no matter what season we're in, God. And we have good seasons, we have bad seasons, but you're faithful through them all. Just want to pray just for some, maybe people who are struggling with their health, God. I pray that you're just going to speak to their dry bones, God. You're just going to give them strength in their bones, whatever they're going through right now. Just pray maybe for people that are feeling lonely, God. Pray that you're just going to surround them with your love, God. I pray that your presence is so there for them, God. And just pray just for people who want to know you more, God. I pray that this message has been a blessing, God. And just thank you that you are here for us, God. And we're saying, here I am, here I am. You can have it all, God. No matter what season we're in, you can have it all. Amen. Awesome. We hope you're well, and we hope you have a great week, and we shall see you next Sunday. Bye.
Morning everyone, it's been a great morning, hasn't it? We're just going to come to giving now, and I've just been kind of impressed this week on my heart about how God just appreciates every little thing that we give to him. And you know, sometimes when we talk about giving, people think, I can't give, I don't have enough to give, or what I give is insignificant. Well, I just want you to know, church, what you give is very important. It's very important to God. And you know, I was reminded by the song that we sang last week, saying, and one of the lines says, you're not going to run out of miracles anytime soon. I love that. God has got so much to give us. He's not going to run out of miracles soon. And it reminded me of the story in the Bible about the little boy who brought, he brought his little, it was the 5 loaves and the 2 fish that he brought to Jesus when Jesus was talking to the crowd of people, and his disciples were saying, this is all we've got, this is all we've got. And Jesus performed a miracle, and out of that little, he just provided food for the huge crowd, the thousands of people that were there. And I just started to think this week about the importance of the little. God appreciates and values everything, every little thing that we can bring to him. And so I'm just going to encourage you, church, today. You might feel that what you can offer, what you can give is insignificant. Well, I want you to know it isn't. It's very, very important. And I want to say as pastor that we thank you. We are grateful for everything that you give, for your generosity, for your willingness just to give into the kingdom. And when we're giving, we're not giving to a person, we're giving to God. We're giving to his kingdom for his work. And so that's it. I just want to say have a fantastic week ahead. And I pray God's blessing upon you. I pray that you have a fantastic week and that you really know God's presence in your life.